What's up, guys? I'm just on my daily walk right now, and I thought about a couple things that I could maybe help you guys out with. So, I've noticed, this year, 2023, more people have gotten into fitness, gotten into the gym, bodybuilding, weightlifting, etc. More than I've ever noticed before. Now, I've been going to the gym for probably around eight-ish years now. And it's crazy to see how much gym culture has really evolved and how far it's come. And, in some ways it's regressed, but that's neither here nor there. So the point of this video today is there's a lot of you guys that may be new, that may feel intimidated being in the gym, that may feel like, you're not really connecting with those muscles. That mind-muscle connection is maybe a very difficult thing for you guys to build. So I'm going to give you one exercise, and this is just personally what has helped me throughout the years developing that mind-muscle connection, especially when I was struggling. I started off being really skinny. So it was really hard to build mind-muscle connection with everything, basically. So, let's get to it. I'll give you an exercise per body part that I feel may really help. So, starting off with shoulders. See a lot of people doing lateral raises. And as great as those are, and it's a good warm-up, it's a good finisher and whatnot. But if you're still struggling with mind-muscle connection, I would really prioritize when you're training shoulders. I would really prioritize pressing movements. It could be dumbbell overhead press, barbell overhead, whichever it may be. That will target every part of your shoulder, and I feel like you'll get the most out of it. It'll help develop the most mind muscle connection. I like to call these movements the meat and potato movements. And the reason I say that is it's an essential movement to building good shoulders, just big muscle groups in general. You always need the meat and potatoes, right? And I'll get more into that maybe in some other videos. So for shoulders, I would definitely recommend any sort of like overhead press. For chest, same thing. Any sort of press, whether it's a barbell bench press, dumbbell bench press, incline, decline, doesn't matter. Any sort of dumbbell or barbell bench press will definitely help build that mind-muscle connection more than something like flies would. For back, gotta go with rows. A lot of people love doing lat pull downs, and I see some people spending way too much time in the lat pull downs. I mean, again, if you have a physique, if you've developed mind muscle connection, if you are mostly focused on refining, great. If you're trying to build a back, trying to build that mind muscle connection, you need some rows. Rows will make you grow. So getting into that, barbell rows were something that took a little bit of time for me because it's a compound movement. And, when I started, my legs weren't strong enough, core wasn't strong enough. So it was very difficult to kind of try to get that mind muscle connection in my back with barbell rows. If that works for you, then great. Rows are rows. I just advocate for rows all the time. But for some of you, if that's still hard, maybe you don't have a foundation or something like that. Maybe you're just not one of the strong guys naturally, right? And that's okay. You'll get there. Point is, you can always do seated cable rows, dumbbell rows, any sort of row, honestly, will really help you build that mind muscle connection with your back. Now moving on to legs. I'm not going to say leg extensions Not even gonna say hamstring curls. These are great warm-ups. It's great things to get your blood flowing. I'd still recommend doing this before starting any sort of big movement. Maybe if you have tight hips, do some mobility work or whatnot beforehand. But in order to really build mind muscle connection with legs, personally, leg press is the way to go. Now, this is not me discounting squats or anything like that. I think squats are great. I don't think everyone has to do them. I also don't think that they're the best for building mind-muscle connection when you're starting off. Sometimes you can. If you're a beginner, you may start really feeling that in your lower back. It's gonna help, build that core strength and everything. But, I think it also helps building some mind-muscle connection, and then doing movements that, you can then have that translate over to, so that you get the most out of these movements. So, leg press, I believe, are king when it comes to building that mind-muscle connection. One key tip on that is I'd recommend not fully extending all the way out. I'd say go up until about 80 to 90%, because that's what's gonna keep that tension on your legs. And for arms, obviously, if you're a beginner, everyone has different things. For biceps, what always helped me was any form of cable curls. Lots of movements are great for arms. Arms are kind of smaller muscle groups. There's definitely more room to find your niche in that, I guess. But cable curls keeps a constant tension. And you don't have to focus so much on stability like you do with, dumbbell curls or barbell curls or something like that. So I think they're pretty great. Even for triceps, if you're having a hard time building that mind-muscle connection, tricep pushdowns, like rope extensions, stuff like that. Great things to start building that mind-muscle connection. We'll get into more advanced things. We'll get deeper into this. There's lots more to talk about always, but I hope this video helped.